Today we have Alex Miller. He's been super busy lately since his departure from American Idol. And I mean, we've been loving your Tuesday Tunes segment on Facebook and just how much you stay engaged and interact with your fans throughout social media. So you graduated high school recently, you're working on some new music and so much more. Can you just give us a little update since you left Idol?
I sure will. So I actually played my first big gig here, I would say, last Saturday. I played in Wise, Virginia, and had a really good time there. It was nice to get out and do a big show like that. I'm tell you, I've been working real hard with our social media. My dad and my mom have really been helping me with that, and I'm just tickled to death. I can't believe that 6 months ago I was feeding cattle out in the field, and now after Idol, I'm doing interviews with Music Mayhem and stuff like that. I never thought I'd ever got to do something like this.
I mean, it's just been like a big whirlwind for you, I'm sure. I mean, you even recently got your own day in your hometown. I mean, how does it feel to have a day named after you?
I feel like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where he said, life's been turned upside down. Well, that's about how I feel. It's hard to believe I have my own day. I reckon I can go out and get free ice cream from all the parlors there on the square or something. Maybe that's how that works. That'll work good for me.
So I know we've noticed you've been pretty hard at work in the studio over the last week or so. Can you tell us about what you've been working on in the studio?
Oh, I sure can. So we're putting together an album for the folks. A lot of people want to hear some original material. And we cut about 6 tracks, and I got vocals down on 4 of them. So y'all better be watching out. Alex Miller's going to have him an album out here for too long. A few of the songs, me and Jerry Salley, the producer of the record, we co-wrote them together, and they're really good. And I actually recorded one that Jerry co-wrote with some other folks, and recorded one from an outside source. So doing some different things, but a lot of it is original material, and I'm so excited for it. I hope y'all are ready for it.
So how many is it going to be, like a full-length debut album, or is this going to be like an EP first?
So this first one is going to be a 10-song album. We just going to get back in the studio here in August. I'm pretty sure is when we'll be going back down. But we've got a whole album lined out, so it's going to be a full deal here.
I mean, I know that you're working on 2 specific singles, I'm Done and Breaking the Bank. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about the story behind the song I'm Done, and maybe even give us a little snippet of it?
Oh, I'll give you a little snippet of it. The one I'm Done, it's one that me and Jerry actually wrote. We did a songwriting session about 2 months ago, and we kind of come up with it when we was writing. And it's a fun little song. We think it'll be a good closer for a show, and you tell me what you think of it. Well, I'm done, we're through. Oh, I've had it up to here with you. I'm gone, peace out. Get your water from another spout. I'm through with all your lies, explanations, and alibis. I'm tired of all your bull, Lord, I ain't gonna keep on being your fool. Adios. So long, girl, it's time for moving on. And that song's done.
That's a definite jam right there. I mean, and it's definitely a good one to end the show.
That was the whole thought process on that one. We had a fun time writing her too. It's a mover and a groover.
So did you go into the studio knowing with these songs, or when you got to the studio, did you get there and start writing and working on them?
So we actually went down to Nashville about 2 months ago, and got to meet the producer, Jerry Salley, and got to co-write with him. And we kind of just updated some of the songs I'd had before, 3 or 4 of them we did. And we wrote that one all brand new. So that's what we kind of did. So the songs, no, we already had them pretty well planned out whenever I got down there to record. So it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, the next song you have for us is Breaking the Bank. Can you tell us a little bit about that song? I mean, that sounds like a great title. And
oh yes, this is a little song I wrote probably about a year and a half ago, and I brought it to Jerry, and I said, Jerry, I'd really like to put this on the album. And he said, oh, I like that one. I like that. So we went down and we co-wrote this one, and I think the folks are really gonna like it. Speaking of a jamming song, this is a hopping little tune, so I hope y'all hop along with me. Here we go. There's a pocket where my money used to be. Oh, my wallet, it moved out, baby, when you moved in with me. When what was mine became all yours, you began to change. Oh, you're breaking my heart and breaking the bank. Breaking my heart wasn't good enough for you, so you had to go and spend all my hard-earned money too. Now I'm broken all alone, with only you to thank for breaking my heart and breaking the bank.
Awesome, man. I mean, I know that previously in the past you've been compared to like Hank Williams, Johnny Cash with your vocals, and I know that just must be an incredible feeling to be compared to people you look up to as like icons in country music. I mean, how does it mean and feel to you to keep the like traditional country music sound alive within your music? I mean, those songs give us some major traditional country music vibes, and it's definitely a pleasant thing to hear you keeping that alive because there's not many people doing that these days.
Oh, there certainly is not. You know, I love traditional country music, but I've always said, you know, it's not really about tradition. It's about what I like, and that's just what I like to do. So it's not traditional stuff. It's good stuff to me. So I hope the folks out there enjoy it too. I'm very, very flattered, and it's a great honor to be compared to all them great artists. Those, like you said, you know, those are guys I looked up to whenever I was, you know, 7 or 8 years old, and really enjoyed their music. And I hope folks enjoy my music just as much as people enjoy theirs.
I mean, it seems like people have been loving your music. I mean, your debut single was all over the place when you first played that one. So, on the topic of your musical heroes, I mean, you're gearing up to play some shows alongside of some of them, like Hank Williams
Yeah.
Jr., Josh Turner, and I mean, you recently even opened for Shenandoah.
I did.
So,
I did. Oh, Marty Rayburn's the best, man. He was such a nice guy. Very, very good with advice. He gave me some really good advice on moving forward with my career. And it was really, really a pleasure to meet Shenandoah and Marty Rayburn and all the guys. It was really cool. And
and
it's an honor
what
to
is it
get to
like to
open for people
perform
like that.
alongside of them?
Oh, I know. That's the craziest part about it to me. You know, these are guys you hear on the radio, and you're like, those guys have made it and have done it and been there and done that, and I'm just getting started. So that's the they've got a lot more experience in than I do. But very, very cool to meet those guys and get to open for them. It was truly an honor for me.
So let's talk about going back into Idol days. I
Hmm.
mean, during your audition, Luke Bryan invited you, like, come out and play a date on the Opry. Have you guys secured a date for that yet, or are you still
We
working?
have we have not heard a date back from that. We figured, you know, Luke's going on tour here pretty soon. We either figure it'll be before the tour starts or maybe even in the fall sometime. That's kind of what we're thinking, but we don't really know for sure. We're waiting to hear what Luke's going to say.
I mean, we can't wait to witness that incredible debut. That's going to be absolutely insane, and I'm sure like life changing for you.
Oh
Um,
yes, oh yes.
Crazy.
I try not to think about it too much. I wish it'd hurry up and get here because I'm having trouble sleeping thinking about it so much. But it's so cool. I just try not to think about it.
So, do you have any plans on what maybe you're going to sing there, or maybe you're going to play a song alongside Luke Bryan, like one of his songs cover?
Oh yeah, Luke's got some really good material. I know he gets a bad rap for doing some to different things, but Luke's a really good guy, and I loved him. And meeting him was just a great honor to me, and it was great to meet somebody that successful, and especially for him to sing with me. That was the coolest part of anything. Doing a Merle song, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. I mean, have you been in touch with Luke since the show?
We have a little bit, but you know, it's kind of, you know, he's a big guy, does a lot of different things, and haven't really heard a lot from him, but you know, a few things and words of encouragement and stuff. It's really been nice.
Yeah, it's amazing how much those Idol judges support everybody, no matter who you are or how far you get in the journey of Idol. They still support everyone, it seems, which is pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They you know, they were the nicest thing. The nicest thing about the whole thing was I never said, you know, go back to Lancaster and get a paper route or go back to Lancaster and keep selling beef cattle. They said, you know, you got a place here, kid. And that was the neatest part of the experience to me was, you know, never once said, well, you're bad. And, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't know really what to expect going into it, doing the type of music that I do. I didn't know if that would go over very well or not, but I'm very thankful it did. And I'm really, really do appreciate Idle and all they're doing for me.
I mean, it seems as if Idol is now really bringing the country auditions back into the show. I mean, this year a country artist won the show. So that's pretty insane.
It's a good
Um,
year.
yeah, it's a pretty good year. So I mean, it looks like you are a pretty big fan of going fishing yourself. So I mean, maybe one day you and Luke will be able to hit a fishing trip together with Chase.
I hope I don't get my hook caught in my finger though.
Yeah,
He can have all the fun with that. I'll stick to having my good hands.
real. I mean, so let's end this with a fun question. If you could pick
Okay.
anybody to duet with in the country world or even out of genre, like who would you pick to write a duet with, and what would that mean to you?
It would either be Beyonce or Dolly Parton, one of the two. I don't know which one it would be, but they're both nice ladies, and I'd like to meet them.
Yeah, that would be pretty incredible. I mean, what else is in store?
I want to hear the Beyonce. I want to see how that'll work out.
You could do a single ladies remix, right?
Yes, all single ladies.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
So, like, what else is in store for you later this year?
So I've got a few concerts coming up. Got some coming up in Ohio. One is on July the 17th. For those of you listening in Ohio, y'all come out to the Keeping It Country Farm. I'll be there at 6 o'clock. So we got a big show coming up there, and a lot of different things. I got the Kentucky State Fair coming up. That's on the 19th, and I'm opening for Josh Turner there. And got the Wisconsin State Fair, and that's August the 15th. And I'm opening for none other than Bo Cephas. So a lot of nice dates coming up for me, and I'd appreciate if y'all come out and saw me.
For sure. I mean, I appreciate you for taking the time to sit down and chat with us today. It's been a blast, and we really appreciate hearing your new songs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Can't wait to hear the rest of the album. I mean, sounds like it's going to be a pretty big jamming record.
Oh, it's going to be a swing little booger. And thank you all so much for taking the time for me today. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully we can do this again sometime, maybe after Opry or something.